Hey there, Cardfighters. Woodland Docks here for another episode of Deck Check, a Cardfight Vanguard podcast. It's still not about Yu-Gi-Oh! If you're waiting for it to turn that way, it's not going to happen. Hate to break it to you. Although we will play retro Yu-Gi-Oh! But that's besides the point. Today.
When? Yes.
Ooh, no, I've
Today.
yeah, today. I've actually got a side point that I'll bring up in a second. But speaking of today, you just heard him. We have your favorite part-time co-host back. Ryan is here today. He's not in Alaska. He's not off trying to catch a shiny Serena. He is here for this evening. And Matt, as always, is by my side. Now.
Always here.
Forever. You got me a little sidecar for his
Yes.
motorcycle, actually. Yeah, I got the goggles.
I received the best photo of one of those today, and I can't share it because I don't have access to it.
Ah, boo. I was gonna say, I'll get the little goggles and the helmet, and I'll wear a scarf, and I'll just look really cool in the sidecar.
Oh, dude, you're gonna look like Snoopy, but like in a sidecar.
I wish I looked like Snoopy. Ryan, do you have any fun vehicles?
Do I have any fun vehicles?
Yes.
I do not.
Yeah, all I've got is a Mazda. It's not very fun. It's an SUV. Matt wins the cool
I got
vehicle.
you both beat.
Yeah.
Oh,
He wins the cool vehicle
I got
portion
a
of this
truck
podcast.
and a motorcycle.
Well, you were just telling us before we started recording, it's probably the last cruise on the motorcycle for the season. October's coming to an end, so this is actually when our kind peaks, because we don't have to go outside to play card games. We can just stay inside and do it. The only
I like being an outsider though too.
See, that's the thing. Unless I'm playing baseball, I'm inside. I'm in my basement. So.
Oh, you hermit.
Yeah, and
I couldn't think of the word.
you are inside boy. Actually, my friend asked me to join a flag football league as their quarterback, and he's like, don't worry, there's no blitzing. I'm like, wait, are you insulting my running, or are you complimenting my arm? And his answer was yes. So, there's that.
That's what I would have said too.
We in real life, what have we had? We've had, we had a set 4 sneaks, which we're gonna be talking about set 4 today. Just in general, what we're looking for. Sneaks didn't really incorporate any of the new decks or the support. There's one card in particular that I want to touch on because I don't believe it was pulled at all out of all the sneak kits, which is insane. But let's see. No, Matt, you couldn't stay. Ryan, you weren't there. Allie topped. She got one of the playmats, so that's cool. She's a menace with Jejewel as always.
Good.
Yeah, I think, and Ryan, you're going to miss this week. Matt gets his case this week, so we are going to invade Matt's house for extras.
Are we getting cookies from Mom?
Matt?
No, Liam's not here. We can't get cookies.
Oh, that's right. Liam was here last week. The cookies, you missed him, Ryan.
Oops.
But as a member of the church, Church of Liam Norn, I'm sure that there will be eventual cookies. I love hate that term. And then let's see. So yeah, we're gonna start out with set 4 discussion today, guys. And after that, we haven't really touched on like accessories. Like, I mean, TCGs, the core is cards, yeah, but you have sleeves as long as you don't hate yourself. You have playmats, you have deck boxes, you have dice, you have markers. There's all sorts of things that are ancillary to the TCG itself that make it a complete experience. So I figured we take some time today to touch on that. Anything that I missed? Like, from Locals has been pretty tame, hasn't it? We got our Vanguard Day coming up with the Hikari mat, but that's about it.
Yeah, and then the Omanish, whatever.
The Umanakeshwa Cup. Yeah, we covered that last time.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, I did not get the playmat, but our buddy Zenarian did, and gave him a shout out last episode. Still proud of him. But the second one is mine. I swear to God, it's a much cooler mat, and it's mine.
You say that, but that means you'll have to play Lyrical.
Or Bang Dream.
Oh, my bad.
It's my go.
Forgot. Oh, my bad.
I just, actually, side note, we had a birthday party for people at work today with October birthdays, and the person whose birthday was actually today, they gave her a knife to cut the cake, and she goes, "Are we singing?" And everyone kind of looks at each other, and she like raises the knife, and she goes, "Are we singing?" And I'm like, "Whoa, whoa, yes, we'll sing." Gee,
That's the good corporate vibes right there.
right? I know that
That's
passes the sensitivity training for sure.
that might be my favorite story of today.
Anyways,
that.
all right. Well, if the boys are ready, I'm ready. If you're ready, it's time to grab a drink and take a seat. It's deck check time. All right, all right. We are back from that lovely little theme song to talk about the Destined Showdown, which is one of the more blatantly named products, I think, and more accurately named. Like, it's just straight to the point. It's like, hey, guess what's in here? Destined units? Cool. Destined Showdown. Go. It's not
Easy.
yeah, it's not like Pokemon where every set's like an alliterative, like surging strikes, sparkling stars, promising Pikachu. Like those are that last
I
one's
want to be promised a Pikachu.
that last one's probably real, right? Promising Pikachu. It's like a reprint set. I don't know. So let's start by touching on some of the things that we're excited for personally. And I'm a simple man, and this ties into what I mentioned before the theme song of a card I did not see a single copy pulled out of all the sneak peek kits, and that concerns me. VEIDROCK. Did anybody pull one? I don't think so.
We don't need VEIDROCK anyway.
It makes sense though. It's in the deck of 0.
Oh, yep, you're right. So we got 0 copies. It's just not even going to be printed, probably.
Yeah, we don't need it. It's not a useful card at all.
I need it because I'm bad at the game, but that's a different topic. I really enjoy having a solid option. Like if I'm gonna try hard at, I mean, you should try hard if you're paying money to go to a BCS or BSF. But if I'm gonna try hard a weekend to try to get the Vanguard Day playmat or what have you, I like having the option of just a go-to try hard deck where you don't actually have to try hard, and that's what this feels like. It makes it. I mean, it gives you sorry, I was gonna say it gives you soul charge, take something out of your soul and call it, so that takes out the use of Cage of Furious Star. Then what, it's 10 for every 4, so it's plus 20 on your device. Yeah, so it's plus 20, and you have that up front. You have Zamoog on the other side. You got the Symphony dude probably boosting VEIDROCK, and what's his name? The grade 1 that gains 5 and then gains 7 and lets you restand. What's that card's name?
Evoke Alchemist.
Evoke, yeah. I kept wanting to say Evolve. Yeah, Evoke Alchemist. You put that behind the Vanguard and potentially put it behind Zamoog too. I mean, it's just OP, and I need that in order to win. So,
what's the play though? Do you play the order that gives your grade 2s boost?
I was thinking about that because a 20k booster behind a 25k minimum Zamoog with 2 crit is 45 to crit. No sentinel.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
That yeah. So I was thinking about that because I have Expeller in there. It's gonna go for Veidrock. And then you have I have Falcratia in there. I have Cage of Furious Star in there. So Cage of Furious Star will probably become the boost order, and Expeller is gonna become Veidrock. So
Yeah.
what are you most excited for?
Well, speaking about the dark states, I was not excited for it until I read its flavor text.
Barrow Magnus.
Obviously. Yeah, Providence Disorder Barrel Magnus.
Wait,
Yep,
I was right?
You knew it. You were right. You were right. The flavor text is "This is my world, Magno Burst Disorder." It has it's like written in English, but it's like how they would pronounce it in Japanese.
Oh yeah.
For Magnio Burst. Yeah.
We're not talking about pronunciations. You found on the wiki the phonetic pronunciations, and I am just bewildered. So
Yeah.
So what, are you actually going to build a new barrow, or are you just gonna let it be?
If someone plays it against me, I'm gonna have them read the flavor text to me.
I'll give you the win if you read the flavor text.
Actually,
well, you don't have to give him the win. He earns it.
Knowing the flavor text is the win.
Yeah.
So I've seen plenty. I mean, our previous co-host Curly, he's a big Barrow fan. I think he's still trying to make it work. I can't see him abandoning Barrow Magnus. Rob used to play Barrow a little bit, so maybe he's gonna dabble. I don't know.
I'm gonna dabble.
And Matt's a dabbler. Dabbler confirmed.
Just a little. I have something dumb that I want to try. I don't think it's good, but I'm gonna try it anyway.
That's what I say every day when I get out of bed. Good lord.
Nailed it.
Well, okay, so Ryan, if you're excited for it, you got to try to build it.
Just for the flavor text, I have to read the supporting cast around it. I have to find the support, and if the flavor text, spices things up for me, I might have to build it.
Well, pre-sale prices are inflated as heck, and the FFR was pulled as part of our sneak peek prize packs. There, I said it. The FFR was pulled. Guess what? It was pre-sale price.
$15.
Oh no, a little bit. 45. So
Yeah.
once the market settles, you can probably get a playset for 45.
I don't know
What
if I'm
card?
ready to bring it out.
Wait, of which card? I was busy reading flavor text.
No, of Barrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I pulled.
Probably get a playset for 10 cents. Hold on. Nobody wants Barrow.
I mean, but the FFR. Pretty.
Wait. So see, here's the thing though. There's a reason why you might not need to go max rarity. You lose the flavor text.
That's very true. You know what? Ryan's gonna make this deck for $10. Actually, now that I'm moving Expeller out of what's his face called, the guy that we just talked about, oh my god, Blankmeyer. I just completely had a stroke. Now I'm taking Expeller out of Blankmeyer. I can rebuild my Barrow Magnus core, upgrade it with the new support, and I'm ready to go.
Welcome to your, what is it? Magnio Burst?
Magnioverse.
I still needed to build the Vivace Bruce off of Ryan's binder, so maybe I'm coming back into Dark States after all.
Oh, speaking of Vivace Bruce, Diabolos Playmaker Eli, phenomenal card.
I think it chipped to 6 or 7 attacks, doesn't it?
Yeah, it can, as long as you get lucky. Although it's really easy to get lucky with this card specifically, since you play him in Energy Blast 3 to call a Diablos unit off the top 7.
Isn't it up to 2?
And then you also you put one into Soul, I think, and you call the other one.
Oh, okay. And
so it's nuts. I mean, it's not crazy or anything, but it's really helpful for Bruce.
Yeah,
making that consistency.
And especially Doesn't isn't there something that requires you to retire to move to the front row? Isn't that Julian or something? Um,
That is the promo guy, Striker Orland.
there we go. Yeah.
He's a
So
promo that's coming out this month.
yeah. So if you're losing your field to that, then you just slap down Eli the next turn and you get your field back.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's so good. I mean, it's not good, but it's like surprisingly punchy.
It's Bruce good.
But then you have no guard. It is, but then you have no guard, so you punch and then you take it.
you're gonna take a lot.
It's no guard from Pokemon.
I knew it.
Pokemon abilities.
Bruce is just no guard.
There's another topic for for future Pokemon abilities, but in Vanguard. And his power is active on the opponent's turn, so 15k front row. So if you hit some triggers, protect your Vanguard. If it's low numbers, they might not be able to hit your rear guard, so that's cool. Oh, and he boosts. He boosts. So he's a 15k booster.
Yeah. So good. He's so good.
What else is in Dark States this go around? I think I think Barrow is the, I don't want to say new deck. Is it? Wait, no, there has to be. Wasn't there a Destined Faded Boy?
No, it's because it's legal.
Because she's in set 5. Okay. Yeah. So I guess Dark States is a little boring except for Veidrock then. That's the card to have from the set.
Sadly.
Well, I know
I'm
out
looking
of
to see what else.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing that really jumped out to me. I thought I was missing a Destined one, but I'm not. So on the topic of Destined ones, I am building Impaldio and Lashifel, and I feel like they're both out of the set playable, which I like in a new deck because I don't want to have to go back and order a double R from set 8 that is 14 cents, and then my shipping is more than my playset. So they might not be optimal out of this set, but they're highly playable out of the set. So
I think the only thing that you're gonna be really hurting for with Impaldio is Bobble Mines if you don't have any.
yeah, I mean, Event Robust.
That's the one.
No, Event Robust doesn't work here, does it?
No, I think you're thinking of Elbart X Striker.
Yeah, that's probably.
That's the your opponent triggered a trigger, then you get extra 10k
no,
him or 10k shield.
No, Event Robust.
You don't like that guy?
No, Event Robust is the 2 or more orders of the same name. It gets 10k.
Yeah, I'm talking about Elbard.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, you're thinking of that guy. I think that's the better one.
Probably where I was going with that.
Yeah.
All right, so Matt, are you building both?
Absolutely. Listen, I'm building every deck from this set.
Yeah.
That's why I ordered a case.
Yeah, your case.
A whole case.
Ryan, are you building either one of these?
Either one of them? I'll think about it. But probably
pending.
Okay. Pending. It's like I want to, but at the same time, I really don't. Simply because I just have too many decks and they don't scratch the itch.
Wow. Does he even know who he's talking to?
Decks?
Yeah.
I'm glad we both had the same brain cell there.
We often share a brain cell. Well, okay.
That's a good thing.
It is not. So Lasifiel, I'm more excited for that over Impaldio. Impaldio falls into the category of PG Vanguard next, but I still like the flavor to the deck.
Here.
And Lasifiel,
I don't know anything about Lashifel. I can't stand her, actually. I don't know how to build her.
Well, good news. I will help.
She restand?
Technically. Once.
Oh, yeah.
So you can stand her. That...
Technically,
you know
yes.
what? I wish Ryan wasn't here.
Bye.
No, I miss you. I lied.
I'm back. I'm back. I'm back.
No,
Oh my God.
she is. If you don't boost her EB3, put 2 rear guards or more into soul. She gains a drive, so it's not triple drive, but it's twin drive +1. And then she gets 5k for each card put into soul, so she's always at least 23k without a booster. And then after she's done attacking a grade 3 or greater, if your soul has 6 or more cards, CB1 stand her and drive -2. So that's her divine skill. So she restands. She's going to be at 23 at a minimum. And then the remainder is until end of fight, red text. All of your vanguards with a CFL in their name get 5k and a crit. Active on opponent's turn too. So it'll make guarding that much easier for those 5k skills with the stride decks. And it's basically a constant mini Dark States OT.
That's true.
So if you think about it, after you've procced your divine skill, which with all of our support cards, 6 in soul at the end of turn, at the end of your first grade 3 turn is not hard to do. You can have a 28k 2 crit vanguard swing every single turn.
Pretty good.
That's just too offensive for most decks to, because you got to throw your resources at guarding the vanguard. So folks are probably going to make it 2 to pass or OT to pass every time, or perhaps even perfect guard. So you run 8 crits on the deck, you slap it on your rear guards, you're good to go.
That's true. I don't know. I'll need to see other people's builds. I know that there's a whole bunch out there that I can look at, but I haven't looked into real builds yet.
There's plenty of options out there. You can go the $900 options with false shablons and Uicas and probably, I'm assuming you can't mention a lyrical deck without mentioning those cards, but
Fair.
I'm gonna try to stick his out of the box as I can, and then we'll see where we go. But I mean, if you're not excited about Impaldio and Lucifer, are you excited about anything, Ryan?
I'm excited about Levy Dress, except it's apparently not.
Okay.
Not yet.
I was gonna say, not to be I told you so guy, but when it was revealed,
are we spoiling? Yeah, we have to.
Oh, spoil away.
Oh,
what
for
are we
the
spoiling?
next thing, the Levy Dress goes from to infinity and beyond.
Yeah, I actually really like the new Levy Dress.
I mean,
yeah, but right now we only have the old Levy Dress.
Oh yeah. So I'm not excited at all for that.
Right. I didn't want to be an I told you so guy, but this was when it was revealed, I'm like, this is garbage. And that turns it into one of those like, is this an investment deck? Do you wait until 2-3 weeks after release when the hype of the new set is dead? You pick it up for 25 cents a triple R, and then you wait until it gets good, and then you play it? Like, is this just put it in a deck box and forget about it until 2025?
That's what it is for me.
Okay.
This is just gonna be, oh look, all of the pieces for later. What's that Mickey Mouse quote? This is a surprise tool. We'll use it later.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that a Kingdom Hearts thing?
It's Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Come on.
Oh, I thought it was a Kingdom Hearts thing.
I think. Now I gotta look it up. I gotta make sure I'm
know.
not being dumb on the internet.
Ha! No one's ever been dumb on the internet. Well, I mean, yeah, Ryan.
It's a surprise.
You gotta treat this as an investment tool.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's an investment tool. I just really like the idea of being able to put some non-permanent markers on the field, so no Sharpies.
Oh, right, yes.
And then get abilities from them. Like it's just kind of like to me, it's less about it being good and more of it being an inventive way to play the game.
Okay.
The flavor outside of the text that I needed.
No, and it's definitely unique and fun. You can beat it.
Card's ugly. I will straight up say
Lord,
the card
yes,
is so
card is ugly. I
Sorry to the artist.
yeah,
But yeah,
who
yikes.
probably definitely listens to us, but I can't. Um,
What if though? What if he's like, you know what? I'm gonna go randomly look through English,
Vanguard podcasts.
podcasts. Yeah, and he's like, oh, these guys, they seem like good people, and then we bash him.
He binges the first 8 episodes and then he comes back for this one. He's like, that stunk. And
I'm looking forward to this now.
Yeah, me too. It better
This
happen.
is real in my life.
So we've covered most of the Destin ones, but we have not talked about Mr. Albuquerque himself.
Albuquerque, I love him.
I will let you talk.
You guys remember the time? Yeah, listen, you remember the time when I was playing Albuquerque instead of paying attention to what we were doing here?
Oh yes, yeah, that was
because it was not in Paldio, it was Albuquerque versus Welstra. And I was thoroughly engaged with that and not anywhere near here.
So wait, let me see. Okay, so this is Overcharge Boy. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so you Soul Blast 2, choose 3 rear guards. They all get 5k, which at first you like, whatever. That's kind of underwhelming. But then if you chose 2 or more with the Overcharge ability, you get to draw a card and give Alcalibra 10,000 power. That's pretty good.
Yeah, so
but still, the 5ks are like, whatever.
Yeah, but that's another Vanguard that increases its own power, booster not included. So
yeah. And then the most of the overcharge units are like, hey, if you overcharged me, get another 10k, which is tasty. Big numbers. You hit the biggest numbers on like turn 3. You're just like already at 50k or whatever. Maybe not. I haven't looked at the numbers in a minute, but they're huge for no reason.
No. They're huge because you overcharge them. So like they're trying to.
Oh yeah, there is a reason.
Yeah.
My bad. I also really like the order in the deck, which is just counterblast, call 2 overcharge things from your drop.
Oh, it's from the drop.
Cool. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Which is
so
good.
Going in a retire meta or intercepting with them. Yeah, you get them right back.
Yeah. It's so good. I can't wait to play it.
What's his divine skill?
I don't know what else it does. Oh, right, divine skill.
Yeah,
if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3. Yeah, I mean, listen, you don't need his divine skill because it's pointless. It just does a damage to your opponent. So if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3, you give 2 of your you counterblast, my bad. Counterblast, give 2 of your rear guards 5k, and then if your opponent's damage zone is 4 or less, deal a damage. And the increase of trigger effects revealed for this effect's damage is -10. So if they hit a regular trigger, it's -10, so it's like no effect. But if they hit the over trigger, you still get to over trigger.
And it's like 999.
Which I know a lot of people are like, yeah, well, I everyone's like, oh, they should have made it just that it nullifies the trigger effect. I'm like, yeah, but that nullifies the point of the over trigger. Like, it's as stupid of a mechanic as it is. The over trigger is meant to be that, that OP, big, oh dang, I can't do anything about this. So taking that away completely would be kind of like rough.
No,
even though I still agree that the mechanic is. Yeah.
I think this card could have used a buff straight out of the box by making it all trigger effects for the turn the skill is activated are reduced by 10. Because if it's just that
would be gross.
Right, but it's a divine skill.
Yeah, right. Gross. If you don't, instead of the trigger effect, it should have just been deal 1 damage and then -10 your opponent's Vanguard. It should have just stole a little bit from Welstra.
Yeah. So please, because it's like, okay, I damage check to grade 2 on that. And then during the battle phase, all my damages I hit triggers, and now all of a sudden, I'm still scaling with you.
Yeah, so kind of pointless if your opponent doesn't get a trigger. You're like, well,
yeah. And
I mean, it's still a damage though. So,
and then that makes me happy that Ryan picked up on the scale pun.
I choose to ignore your puns because I'm too excited for Alcalibra.
Albuquerque?
Algebra?
Who?
I,
Asbestos.
no, wait, isn't there a card that's close to asbestos? I think there actually is. Well, speaking of asbestos and the
I'm
disease,
playing Vanguard as best as I can. Come on now.
oh my god.
Ah.
Well,
There you go. There's my stupid pun.
Respected.
Respect. I hate that T-Mobile commercial with Snoop Dogg and Kai Cenat, and it just turns. All he says is respect, and he probably got paid like $100,000 to sit on the couch and say the word respect, and that pisses me off. Anyways, old man yells at cloud. But just like asbestos, another disease that gets supported in this set is Varga.
Yeah, Varga.
Yeah,
Give me
disease.
that twin pulsive dragon.
So Twin Pulsive Dragon. If you have a Varga Energy Blast 3, top 5, choose a grade 2 or less, call it shuffle. But then, when this is retired by Varga, which is the more important ability, if your opponent is grade 3 or greater, your Vanguard gets another 5k. As if Varga needed more help.
Did you say that that's the better part of the skill?
To me, it is, yeah.
5k to your Vanguard? I mean, sure, that's nice, but calling from the top 5 helps with consistency. Big time.
It does, but when your Vanguard will be swinging 3 times that turn, 5k adds up.
Sure. But I think the other part of the skill is way more important.
Ryan, tiebreaker, go.
The warrior values swiftness above all, right? Which is the flavor text. I do think it's the first effect because you just get more cards good.
I need some new co-hosts.
We need a new host, Ryan. Me and you know what's
Yeah,
up.
that's true.
Start your own podcast with blackjack and hookers. You know what? Forget the podcast.
Yeah.
Uh,
Listen, who went 6-1 at that one tournament that I remember the name of?
yeah, BSF, yeah.
With Varga.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. You were my little Carrie.
Yeah. And I feel so mad because the one game I lost is the one where you both won. So like, it would have been okay anyway.
Yeah, it's fine. We had your back that one round. The rest of the rounds, not so much. But
let's not talk about that.
No, I'm proud of us. We did good. But all right, so what else is notable here? Well, Ryan, there's that one card you love pronouncing.
Oh, there's a lot of cards I like pronouncing.
I mean, she's got pink hair, pointy ears.
Pink hair, pointy ears. Enlighten me.
I know who you're talking about.
Wilster Girl.
Brent Gate.
Oh, the Wellstring card, yeah. Okay,
Super
so
Burrito Burshaduru.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
you know the one.
like Docs was saying earlier, if you go on the Cardfight wiki, you read the name of the card, you look at the picture of the card, then you read the card effect. But there's more things to it. If you read the wiki page, you have the name. You have the name in, I believe, kanji, and then you have the phonetic pronunciation of the Japanese. So we're gonna figure out. Oh, I can't pronounce it. Can someone else pronounce it?
Oh no, we've tried. But as long as the
There you go.
There we go.
That was very poorly done, but I got it.
Okay, and the translation for that was Blitz publicist. There we go.
Yeah, see, it's
It's
better in Japanese. Yeah.
It's German.
Well, she's
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
This card was super hyped from the anime where we didn't know what the ability was, because he basically pulls off this really cool move using this card. But now that the episode's over, we know what this card does. The first part is when it's discarded from your hand during your ride phase or main phase. If you have a Wellstra as your Vanguard grade 3 or greater, you can call it to rearguard circle. So that's inherently good. Lots of value for your products. And then it has the second ability of Act once per turn. If you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Welsh in its card name, Energy Blast 4, choose a product with grade less than equal to your opponent's Vanguard from your order zone and operate it. And when you operate, it costs 1 less counterblast. So this is just extremely
Which
good.
at the moment only applies to.
Maximum, is it?
Go ahead.
Which one does
What?
it only apply?
I was going to say it. Well, the counterblast reduction only applies to maximum.
Right. And I don't know how often
Because
you
it's the
wanna,
only one that has a cost.
Yeah. I don't know how often you want to operate that during the main phase though.
Well, sometimes.
No, you don't have to operate it in the main. The counterblast is only for the main phase.
Well, no, the cost of it is reduced for the rest of the turn. So if you use her, you don't have to call it. You can just use it to blow something up and -5 your opponent.
Oh, so you
And
can.
then later, when Welstra attacks or one of your rear guards or whoever, then you can use it and it still has the reduction on it.
Oh, okay. So essentially, I can use her EB4 to reduce by a counterblast by operating it then, but I don't necessarily have to call it then. And since it's the
Yeah.
rest of the turn, when I call it with my intended unit during the battle phase, it still doesn't cost anything. Okay, that's dope. I like that.
Yeah. It's really good.
Yeah,
she's so good.
She's an instant 4 of.
Oh, absolutely.
But I'm going to make a comment on her art, and that's not perverted. So in front of her, she has all those high tech floaty screens, right? Like it's a futuristic thing. And then in the back, she has the 1980s channel went off the air screen of the color bars. Like, are you futuristic or not?
Oh, that's true. They have an analog clock in the background too.
Yeah, like get a digital clock, nerd.
Whoa!
But
whoa, what's wrong with the analog clock?
I can't read one of those.
I knew it.
No,
Pathetic.
Clocks have hands?
What?
I'd like to point out that it is 1:15.
Not on the
On
card
her
art or
art.
right now, because right now you'd be really off.
No, on her card art.
Well, yeah.
It's got to be something important, right?
1:15.
Anyway.
That's January 15th. On January 15th, there's going to be a new form of Welstra confirmed. Got it.
Oh,
spoilers!
That would be crazy.
if they put it that deep in there.
Yeah.
I mean,
then you just made that up on the spot. It was real.
Well, it's after years of practice with the Pokemon community. You know, in Pokemon games, when there's a slight mention of anything, oh, Hoenn confirmed. You know, that whole meme. So it's like, oh, they, you know, in Gen 5, they said something about being from a faraway region where there's, you know, a Pokemon with a top hat. Did they talk about Galar right before they released it? And, you know, so
crazy.
Let's see what else real quick. Alden's in here. Yay, Alden.
Woo. Whoa, hold on. You're sassing probably the best deck in the game.
I'm not talking
not
about
really,
Harry.
but it's very fast.
Yeah, it is fast, yes.
No, Harry Alden is very fast now.
Yes.
Huh?
What?
It's Destined 1 of protection, not Destined 1 of speed.
Yeah, listen, they mistranslated protection. He doesn't protect anything. I hate it so much. He does not protect anything. They missed big time with his skill.
Yeah,
but he is really cool. He calls stuff now and gets more attacks and makes big numbers, and
he has a divine skill.
And he does have a divine skill that also calls stuff from the top. I don't know.
Is it relevant in a Varga meta?
Good.
Is it relevant in what?
A Varga meta.
Oh.
No, because maybe because it can't be retired. Your stuff can't be retired.
I mean, that's a crew more than Varga relevant. So
that's like the one defining feature of Varga. Plus, if you run it, I don't know if anyone does, but you got that one Alden guy that says he intercepts for 25K.
Oh, is that a grade 3 and it begins with a G?
Grade 2, but it is Knight of Skyflow's Gelment,
No, no, never mind.
or Gelment if you're a GIF or GIF guy.
All right, not what I was thinking of, but yeah,
Oh.
I haven't. This is one I haven't even tried to really build or mess around with, or I don't know. Keter just never grabs me.
Because they're all the same deck, just
Wow.
a different pile.
Yeah,
Same pile, different front of the pile.
yeah. Same,
My I'm hurt.
same,
I'm so hurt right now.
same icing on a vanilla, or different icing on a vanilla cake. Oh, which by the way, that birthday cake I mentioned earlier, it was swirl and it was delicious. Continue.
Nice. Can we talk about Chris Rain for a second?
No. Yeah, sure.
Okay. This is the set where she got her not restander, but like it restands something.
Which card is
It's
that?
when Chris Rain attacks, it's moderate mint Rochelle.
Oh yeah, I remember that because I laughed at the phrase moderate mint.
But when Chris Rain attacks, you can Energy Blast 3, put this grade 1 into Soul, draw a card, and then stand the unit that got Chris Rain's, plus 15 ability. So you get a free restand without having to use Chris Rain's Divine Skill.
Well, it says, yeah, chosen by the ability of grade 3 Chris Rain. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and that's
So
honestly
the plus 15 to a unit.
Yeah, and that's reusable because if you have multiple copies of old mint there, oh, and her hair's green like mint. I get it. If you have that multiple copies of minty, then you can do that turn after turn because you're going to be generating 3 energy per turn. So.
Oh yeah, you're going to be generating 6 energy per turn because you get the free energy plus you make 3 energy with Chris Rain.
Oh, I forgot that part. Yeah.
So so she's an energy hog, but she also generates energy, so it works out.
I think now that we're 4 sets in, probably set 5 is where it's going to be definite, where we're going to have to start taking in consideration in our builds what we designate our energy for. In the past we've had to watch counterblast consumption, soul blast consumption, but to this point we really haven't had to watch energy consumption. Al Gore has not been on us that hard, but in the future I think we're really going to have to start watching how we designate our energy usage in the game. Not every deck that is I'll just call it legacy, from original overdress. Not every original overdress deck is just going to be EB7 draw. Now we're getting tools that can be placed into them outside of Divine's era decks. So we're gonna have to start watching that.
Oh yeah, I mean, just speaking of Chris Rain alone, she's got 4 cards that Energy Blast 3.
Jeez, good thing she generates.
So, yeah, right. But I think that's why they gave her so many of those. But
yeah, they probably took that in consideration. They think ahead every now and then.
Just good for them.
Yeah. So the last card that I want to talk about is has one of the more unique names. Leave the makeup to me, Esma. And she's Flame Glam support.
Who?
Oh wait, she's the bad one, isn't she? Hold on. Is she the bad one? No, she's the good one. Yeah. It's EB4, search your deck or drop for a grade 2 or less Flame Glam. Call it, and this unit gets 5k. And then put it to soul, choose a card with Flame Glam from your drop, put it on the bottom of your deck, choose one of your units, and it gets 5k. So she's dishing out power. So she's there. I swear there's another one, isn't there? Help me out.
I don't know anything about Flame Glam.
Same here.
Well,
you're on your own.
I just look like an idiot.
That's not new.
Oh. My self-esteem.
Oh. Oh no.
Hey, I designed a house today, you guys, all right?
I saw.
I designed a house in Excel.
You sure did.
Oh, I know there's another one, and I just don't recall its name. I just remember Leave the Makeup to Me, Esma. Oh, whatever.
Oh, I forgot. So while I was testing set 4 stuff, I just have a big list of all the changes that I made to certain decks.
Mhm.
This is really dumb, but I have one for Favernil,
Okay.
just because it's a grade 1, but while it's in your soul, it gets grade +2. And when you boost with it, you can give it 2k, and then at the end of the turn, it goes to soul. So it just like kind of works with the deck. It's not very good, but it's you know it's funny.
Help.
Yeah,
You
but
did
it's a
beat me
comment.
with Gabriel in
But
tournament,
it's
so
I thought it was just
Yeah, people have been using Favernil.
I did. Listen, I actually really like Favernil, but he's so bad.
Ryan, anything else
Uh,
about set 4?
not about set 4, but I finally learned what Drag Ritter means on all of the Dragon Empire support.
And?
I was curious because I was like, why
right.
don't they just call it Dragon Knight?
No,
But
no.
it's Dragon Knight, but in German.
Oh, see, I was wondering what Drag Rider existed for. I'm like,
Is it Dragrita? Something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Matt and
German.
his German knowledge.
I know languages, okay?
Languages.
Mostly English. But
Most of English, yes.
yeah. Ooh, I forgot about this card. Okay, this is like not important at all, but there's some new Hex Orb cards in this set as well. Which I'm sure everyone forgot that she even existed, so you know, good for her. But she's got a new kitty cat, and she's got a thing that searches for Hex Orb and puts it in your hand from the deck. That's pretty
That's
cool.
pretty good.
Yeah, that's actually. I've always been fascinated by Hexor, but I've just never made it.
It's not worth money. I wouldn't put any money into it. Unless your name is Rob, then go for it.
Hey, he knows what he's doing, okay?
That man knows how to check a trigger.
I've never seen someone check a trigger quite like him.
He cheers. Crit. I love it, dude.
Oh, all right. Well,
when he's savagely beating you to death and he's just laughing the whole time.
Yeah.
Rocks back and forth. Yep.
That's our Rob. All right. Well, that's all I got for set 4. How do you guys like? How do you see, I guess as a whole, the accessories to TCGs being involved in games like Vanguard? Do you think it's essential in building the experience?
Yeah. I think accessories specifically for Japanese card games, not called Pokemon, are extremely essential to the game and like giving the appeal because the art is typically so good.
Now, are we talking fan made or are we talking official?
Oh, we're talking official. Fan made goes too deep for me.
Well, fan made kind of blends a certain rule together sometimes, but no, I am 100% of the mindset that good accessories can enhance your experience even if you're losing, because I've been to tournaments where someone's looked across, and obviously we'll get to this in a minute, but official tournaments you can't use, non-licensed product. But I've been to locals outside of our store. I've been to non-official bushy events, and I sit down with my custom Docs and Harry mat that my friend Jello drew for me, and people are like, "Yo, cool mat." Or if I'm doing remote fight event, especially remote fight events, because you never know who you're gonna meet, and you turn on that webcam, you're like, "Dude, I love the play mat," or "Hey, those sleeves are great." So, I mean, in terms of official events, we don't really get that because we've all seen it before. We've all seen the design before because they're all official bushy. But do you? I don't know. You both have custom playmats, don't you? Or are yours just all like stock,
Yeah.
Ryan?
Now they've more so become stock because we get them a bunch through through sneak peeks, through Vanguard Day, stuff like that. But I do have a couple of customs. So like I have Saber Altar, with like the Vanguard circles and everything that my cousin made, like pre-G.
Ooh, that's cool.
Maybe I'll bring that in one day. It's sitting next to me actually.
uh, Matt's got his Kirby playing Yu-Gi-Oh, or isn't that it?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I
Kirby
love my
playing
Yu-Gi-Oh
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Kirby. It's time to duel.
I
It's so
like.
good.
I think I have. I mean, obviously my Harry mat, which I love. Like when I first started, and this actually speaks volumes to my point that accessories can enhance your TCG experience. So my buddy Jello, casual card gamer Jello, or I think he changed his name to Cardfight Outpost on YouTube. So go check him out. Uh, when he did the introductory tournament for me to get me into the game in the first place, Jello's talented in a whole bunch of areas, but one of his talents that he's not proud of, he's proud of them all. One of his talents that he showcases is his art, and he drew playmat designs for the first and second place participants in his tournament. And I will tell you that when I got that, I mean, not only was I hyped because I won, but seeing the colors, seeing my favorite unit, seeing an OC of me. He actually took my OC from my Pokemon channel and adapted it to a Vanguard art style. Well, not Vanguard art style, but his art style. Seeing my unit, seeing me on this playmat has my name on it. It was like, bro, this is for me. Like it's not only for me, but this game is for me. It's so cool. And I think, I know what we need to do. We're okay. New idea. Everyone at locals gives me $20.
They stop there.
Nope. We're done.
No,
Bad idea.
everybody at locals gives me $20. I forget his name.
And then you never show up again.
Yeah, no, I forget his name. I do apologize, but there is he's actually worked on the Vanguard anime. I've seen him on Twitter. I've seen him in a couple Discords. I forget his name, but everyone gives me $20. We commission him, or we have a tournament. We take that $20 and we commission him for a design that the winner picks, and then they get a playmat. That's what we should do. Boom.
I think that's not a bad idea. I think like kind of like the card fight group that we have, their custom sleeves for the ride deck are also pretty cool. You just give it to everyone.
Oh yeah, we do have those. Matt, did you ever get yours?
My what?
The custom sleeves that I believe Black Eye Senpai designed them, or did Steven design them? I forget who designed them, but it has like NEO card
Oh,
fight.
the one that say Neo on it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have them on my what's his name? It's Timu version of Youthberg. I forgot what his name is.
Timu Youthberg.
Oh, I know who. Wait, Timu version of you?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that rides from the deck.
Horse Dragon, that deck.
Yeah, Horse Dragon. Luhan.
Yeah.
There we go.
I was gonna say the festival collection guy. Yeah. I mean, I personally call him
Timu Youthberg.
Personally, I call him AliExpress Youthberg. That's why I wasn't making the connection. But
Oh. Youthberg at home.
yeah, mine are on Rowerwa, and then I forget where Allie's put her, but she put hers on a deck too. Yeah, and that's really cool because it's special to our scene, it's special to our group. We we can go to events outside of our locals, or we can do remote events if we use those sleeves. People are like, oh hey, those are really cool. You guys must have a nice community. So that's another way that these custom supplies can come in handy. And I think what's hardest to customize is deck boxes.
I'm fine with the one that I have. It's not official, is it, or is it official?
The Game Genic one, the one that's like a it's a cube and it's like a trifold with a tray in the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are official. So Game Genic, I believe, didn't the professor from Magic found that brand? Anybody?
Maybe.
I have no idea. Found it?
Or does he own it? I mean, does he own it? I don't. It's Game Genic, and I swear that the professor from Magic the Gathering has something to do with it. I'm actually gonna look that up. Game Genic
Because I
While
know
we're
their
both looking it up.
sleeves suck. Their sleeves are terrible.
Yeah, I haven't. Oh, okay. So
Everything else about them are good.
yeah, so I think he might just have like a design for him. Okay, because I'm like looking it up and it says like, oh, the academic 133 model Tellurian edition, and it's Tellurian Community College is what the YouTube channel is. So okay, maybe he doesn't own it. Maybe he just has a line or something. But yeah, so those ones are official Bushy Road product because they have the. I remember they were selling them at the Bushy store, and B, I can't imagine they let a major brand like that get away with using their logos without it being official.
That's fair.
If they won't let, if they
I
won't
do
let,
like that box though.
yeah, if they won't let Danuska use a playmat that's literally cabbage, then they won't let someone use their nation symbols without their consent. But yeah, deck boxes are definitely the most difficult thing to personalize. You guys have seen it, and if anybody's seen me at events or anything like that, I do have a customized deck box. I just bought a white Ultra Pro, and I told my friend, "Here's a blank deck box. Put my favorite things on it from each card game." And to their credit, it's it's wonderful. You guys have seen it, but for anybody at home, so for my favorite Pokemon up until Scarlet Violet was Pineco. So there's a Pineco on the front, and when you lift the lid of the deck box, it goes from normal Pineco eyes to having like those pixelated shades, like the "Deal with It" meme. uh, on the side,
Nailed it.
on one side, I got the Kybercorp logo. On the back, I've got Harry's mask, and it's so cool because I just took a white deck box and told my friend, "Here's $25. Go buy some gel pens." But deck boxes are definitely hard to customize. Do you like?
Unless you do something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So do you like the Gamegenic ones solely because of the dice storage, because of the way it unfolds? What do you like about it?
It just fits everything that I need so nicely. And if I was to go to a tournament without bringing my 40 plus decks, I could just bring that box and I'd be set.
Yeah,
And that's good. I like that.
you get your dice tray. You have your main deck area. I don't know how well it fits like double sleeved with G Zone, but
Oh yeah, you wouldn't be able to do something like that.
yeah. The
But I don't play G Zone decks because I'm not Ryan.
I always take things in stride.
Oh Lord.
Ah,
Uh, well, so what I don't like about those is the flap, the sleeves on the flap. It says it can fit up to 2 sleeves cards in each
yeah.
one of those. I put 1 sleeved card in there, and I have a heck of a time getting it out.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're small.
Yeah, and once upon a time, people were theorizing, oh, they say you can put 2 in each. Oh, it's meant for standard. You put your grade 0 and grade 1 of the red line in one, your grade 2 and your grade 3 in the other. But I can't get those cards in and out of there. I'm not doing that. I'm not bending my cards.
Yeah, no, that's what you're asking for if you try to do that.
Yeah. So
I don't know. I just put like singles that I buy off of people. I'll be like, oh hey, I needed that card, and I'll slip it in there.
yep, that's exactly what I've used it for. It's just like, oh, these are the prize cards. Better put them in the sleeves, or oh, I got this off of somebody. Better put it in the front sleeves.
Yeah.
So I mean, in Ultra Pros, you can get like I think I literally have it sitting on the table. It showed up from Amazon yesterday. A 6-pack of just super standard deck boxes for $12. So deck boxes don't need to be fancy to get the job done. But
I'm a big fan of their fancy stuff, to be honest. So like the recent like card fight stuff that they put in the start decks for like Graham Grace, Fafnir, stuff like that. Those deck boxes I really like because the size of them are really good for double sleeve plus double sleeve G zone.
do
Fair.
because wait, is the divider permanent or is that just a piece of cardboard you could take out?
Is the what permanent?
Like how they have the starter deck in that plastic band up front, and then they have like the playmat, the instruction book, or whatever the heck is in the back part of it. Is I remember there being a divider in there. Is there not?
In start decks or the wait, are they called start decks?
Yeah,
Advanced decks?
in the quick start decks, those. That's what you're referring to, right? Like what Jewel came in, what Leonore came in, those ones.
No. Did you get any of the Graham Grace, Fafnir, and
Oh, those
Orcus?
guys.
That one.
No, I did not know.
Unironically, I really like those deck boxes. I just don't like how they package them with the deck, and you're forced to get it for the increased price.
Yeah. Actually, with the new masks today, which we forgot to touch on, with the new masks today, and the price of Mask of Hydrogen going up to like $24. I saw Outer Orange. She tweeted, she's like, "Don't worry, guys. Bushy has our back," and she posted the mask gift supply set or whatever it was called. It is $45 on DZBT Player. I'm like, you know what? You're not wrong on this one. You just go buy that for the, instead of paying $22 for one card, pay $45 for the whole thing. But
That's not a bad idea.
yeah, so I guess one thing, if you're gonna skimp out on deck boxes, is dice bag, right? Or dice energy marker. I mean, I know we have the energy little cardboard chip, but let's get real, nobody uses that. So
Whoa.
what you do?
What?
You really do?
For energy?
He
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've been using it since BSF or whatever.
I really need to judge you more harshly. I can't do that. It's a little piece of cardboard. It's gonna get lost. It's gonna get bent. Something's gonna happen to it.
I have my energy marker sleeved, so I just slip the little piece of cardboard in the sleeve with it, and then when I'm ready to play, I just, pinch the sides and drop it out. Easy.
I mean, if you want to keep track of that, that's on you. Me, I need something bigger.
I haven't lost it in months.
Secretly, you just have a pile at home, so we don't know. And you,
Quiet, don't shut up.
well, and like I think they come out in December. The little character markers, the little standees. You guys remember when they announced those?
Oh, the acrylics.
Yes, like I always forget the word acrylic. I just call them standees.
I would lose one of those.
I ordered two, one for me, one for Allie, and that is my favorite way to track energy. I like the energy cards for the art, like when they have the characters on them, but like, I'm not just talking about like the basic back ones. I'm talking about like the cool ones. But I always keep track of my energy with a token on top of the energy card. And having that little marker just moving a little suo along as the game goes, it's gonna be so fun. And again,
That's fair.
That's another accessory that makes the game better. But we touched a little bit before on how Bushy does not allow non-licensed playmats or access or sleeves, for that matter, in events. I get it's a legal thing. I understand. Please don't sue me, Bushy Road International. I know where you're coming from. But if we're not going to distribute footage or media highlighting these items, I think we can let up a little bit and let people have fun.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it's more about like just picture taking and be like, wow, look at this guy who's using a Yu-Gi-Oh playmat at a card fight tournament, something like that.
Yeah, and
They can't advertise other brands. They've got to advertise Bushiroad stuff.
they barely do that. But I'm like I said, I understand where they're coming from. But our friend has a playmat that is literally cabbage. They said no. Allie has a playmat with our dogs on it. They have said no. We like
Didn't they say they don't know whose dogs those are?
yeah, we asked the judge why.
Yeah, it could be only pause.
Oh god. Ooh. Someone missed the last episode. I think
Thank God.
No, like we don't know whose dogs those are. Bro, they're not like Scooby Doo. It's a wiener dog, a golden retriever, and I'm like, these are, if they were famous dogs, I would not be here. I would have money and I'd be at home. I'd pay for my trip to Japan instead of trying to win it. But I get like if you're, using a one piece playmat, at a bushy tournament, that's not a good look. But in sleeves, so let's think of it this way: like my me and Harry playmat, right? My OC character is my property. I own him. That is my design. That is me. Harry is a Vanguard unit. They could probably be a little bit lax on that. Or is it?
Nope. That's copywritten. You've stolen the identity of Harry for your own enjoyment. Banned. You're banned from every tournament ever.
So I'm not allowed to have fun.
Correct.
Oh.
Not officially.
I'm not allowed to have official fun. Well,
Yeah.
and it's funny because every time that we pack for a BCS or BSF, I have to like not instinctually grab my Harry playmat because that's what I want to do. I want to grab my
same.
Harry playmat, but then I'm like, oh no, I guess I'll just go grab one from set 3 sneaks, or something that I'm not excited about.
Yeah.
I honestly don't think there's been a
You
unit.
could be just be me. Just be me and have the Zorgo one.
That's if they had like an official Pure Light one, I'd be all over it. But
Did they not? Oh, that's stupid.
I don't think so. I think it was just the triple R design. But
Wow, lame.
yeah.
They should make a real one.
Well, and like I'm looking at a gift from a friend over here. It's the 2015 World Championship playmat. Like I know they wouldn't stop me with that, but it's small, so it would make me look insignificant against the other opponents.
What you
It's not
complicated?
about the size.
It's about
It's about how you use it.
It's about the drive. It's about the drive check. And then oh, go ahead.
No, thanks.
Okay.
I changed my mind.
Okay, good. Probably. And like even the back for our anniversary back in May when Allie got me like the official Roselia accessories. Like the playmat is smaller than most, if not, well, I'll say most, not if not all, but like all the playmats that they give away are larger, and it just feels awkward. Like having a playmat that has like an inch less on each side than your opponent, it just looks funny and I don't know, it makes me uncomfortable.
You got to get my Kirby one because that one's like an inch bigger than everyone's.
Intimidate them.
Yeah. So that when I play bad, they're like, but he's so big.
His playmat, it's gigantic. Well, I mean, what else? I mean, dice are dice, right? I mean, there could be pretty dice that are, crystal, dice that are purple with sparkles that look like the night sky. I don't really think the way your dice look adds anything to the game. I just think having a variety of them for go first is necessary, but we have the power bricks that do a better job than dice, in my opinion. But that's just specific to Vanguard.
Yeah. I do like the dice that I have, the 10K, 20K thing on each side, stuff like that.
Yeah,
I like those a lot.
Oh, who made that one? A lot of people have that set. I forget who made it though.
I don't know. It's somebody on Etsy, I think.
Yeah, a lot of people have bought it. And
Yeah,
well,
they're really good.
Speaking of Etsy, I have my 3D printed triggers that anytime I slap those down at an event, I get so many compliments on them. And they're just 3D printed triggers, but they're so cool and they help you.
Cool though.
Yeah, and they help you keep track of the game state.
They do.
And it really helps me because I'm dumb and it's like, did I put a trigger here? Oh yeah, there's a green square on it. That's a heal trigger. I must have hit a heal.
I didn't want to say anything, but
I need all the help I can get. Especially when I go second and I forget the draw for going second. That's a pain.
Nailed it.
Oh, sure. Well, what am I missing? Anything anything that you guys, if not in Vanguard, just in general playing TCGs? Is there anything else that brings you fun that's not the cardboard themselves? You're just joyless. No. Okay.
No, I think we covered it all.
Okay. I mean, like, I know Ryan, you're a big Pokemon TCG player, so I don't know if there was something cool in Pokemon that you can bring.
Oh, well, it's not necessarily an accessory. It's probably something should become mandatory. So there's always a once per game gimmick in Pokemon, and then they finally brought that once per game gimmick into Cardfight. You just gave a marker that said Divine on it, and then when you use your Divine skill, you flip it over, indicating to both players you can use your
Oh,
Divine skill for the game. Would be pretty nice.
wait, don't we have that?
No.
But there was something that they gave us. One of those cardboard pushouts, right?
I don't think there was one for that though.
Yeah, but what was it for?
There's like Persona Ride and stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember seeing those. They were box toppers, right?
Yeah.
Oh, in like set 3.
Like,
yeah, some
regular
something.
set 3.
It's like plus 5k and Persona Ride. And
Yeah,
crit
those
and
markers. Yeah.
Try
intercept.
-1. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
Can
okay.
attack from back row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It came out. Maybe it's at 4 because Magnolia,
Yeah.
right? Magnolia Elder was set 4.
Wow. They've been out for a while then.
Set 4 was ride deck sleeves per box, which was
Oh, that
sick.
was. Oh, yeah. And I saved it since I got a case. I saved one of each, and I'm just waiting for the day where they're stonks, and I can sell them. But last
I do have a couple packaged of them.
last I checked, they were like $4 each, and I'm like, oh well, my stonks aren't performing well. Time to go sell
That's
Bitcoin.
actually true. That's something Bushy can do to spice up product. Like you release some sort of box hopper. Like one time it could be ride deck sleeves. The next time it could be like a cool energy marker, and then 1 out of every 10 boxes you get a cool energy marker. Something nice. Incentivize buying boxes instead of singles.
Yeah, and I really liked the energy markers from the sneak peek this weekend. They looked so pretty. Did you get to see them,
I
Ryan?
actually really like those.
I saw them, just not in person.
Yeah, they actually look really pretty. So maybe if I'm tired of my little suo crossing the board, I can start using the energy cards that we've been getting through events. But once I get them, I was saying once I get them, I don't think I'm gonna be sick of little suo running across the board. Well, I think that about wraps it up, boys. What do you think?
Sounds good.
I think so.
All right. Well, with all the energy and excitement in the world, I think we are going to wrap it up here. Thank you, everybody, for taking a listen. Hopefully, you enjoyed. Set 4 is going to be out officially by the time this podcast is released. We just had our sneak weekend, so we're right in the middle there. I know Matt's getting a case, so a couple of us at locals will at least be taken care of on release weekend. Hopefully everybody out there listening can get their cards in a timely fashion, whether they bought a split or whatever. But 2 weeks from now, we'll see you again. We'll have something fun, and we'll have Ryan because he's not missing any more episodes ever.
Yeah.
See, he wholeheartedly agrees.
Uh-huh.
All right, guys. Catch us on Twitter at DeckCheckVGPod, YouTube. These are uploaded to the Woodland Docs YouTube channel. Give us a listen, give us a like, give us a comment, give us your social security number. We'll catch you next time. Bye.